Wealthy Rise. I want to come through and talk about how postpartum is the most neglected phase of a woman's life. As a doula, I feel like that's where my services and my support come in the most handy. And I'm not discounting our ability to support moms during labor, but the body already knows how to expel a baby. It takes time, it takes patience, but we naturally know what to do. The doctors are there to support. The midwives are there to support. If you're doing a home birth, same thing, right? But that postpartum phase, when there's no doctors, unless you're going for your checkup, where there's no midwives, again, unless you're going for your checkup, the support from your doula and your friends and family needs to be amplified. If you are a woman that is prone to bouts of depression and anxiety, you need a doula. Nobody talks about that part really. And because I'm a healer, I already, encounter a lot of women, in their phases of life where they're trying to put their pieces back together. And I recognize that phase alone could be some of the darkest times of your life. It's very rewarding, but depending upon, how many hands you have on deck, how many shoulders you have to cry on, it makes all the difference. I say this with all due respect. Don't just call mom and check up on the baby. Ask mom, how is she? Emphasize, how are you? How's your spirit? Listen to the mom's voice. Make a phone call. We've become too accustomed to this microwave stuff where we'll just shoot a text message, and people are prone to lying in text messages. They're prone to saying, oh, I'm good. Meanwhile, they're crumbling inside. We've become so accustomed to not asking for help, not, reaching out when we need help because we're expected to be able to, do this and not allow this phase or process to do us in. But it does. Postpartum depression is very real. To some of us, I know for myself, when I had my baby, I was already alone in the process. I had her father, but I didn't have my mom. I had, people I could call to ask for help for, but I was, built to be, super independent, super prideful. I didn't recognize, who I could call for support. None of my friends had kids. None of my best friends had kids. I had my daughter at 25. My best friends still don't have kids. And I'm 36 now. So there were certain things that I didn't feel like she could help me on. Get a doula. If you need a lifeline, get a doula. Prepare for that in advance. And you can also reach out and connect with a doula for just postpartum support. You might need somebody to come over and throw a load in the washing machine for you. You might need somebody to come over and boil some spaghetti noodles for you. I don't know. Season some meat for you. Take something out the freezer. Hell, hold the baby while you take a shower. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Doulas can help support you from conception through postpartum. Some of us only, offer a couple of visits after you have the baby. Some of us offer, packages for postpartum support. Don't be afraid. That's all I gotta say. Get the help you need.